Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Light Sports Ramble. Well, we've wrapped up all of the previews for each of the divisions. I've given you my records, so now it's time to move forward. But it's football time. Training camps open up, and I cannot wait to get home, turn on the NFL Network, and get the latest updates on what's going on with NFL football. It is awesome. But tonight's topic actually got spurred from a conversation at work. And I may get a little heated about it because I did at work a little bit. I'm going to touch on Bill Belichick's press conference yesterday. I don't think Bill Belichick was fake. I think Bill Belichick has some emotions. And you know what? He's upset and hurt about what happened. If any of you watch the NFL Network, watch A Football Life with Bill Belichick. He is a man. He is a person like you and I that has a family, that has a life outside of football. The guy has emotion. But when he's a coach and he goes to a press conference after a game or in his weekly press conference, he's a football coach. He is paid to coach football. And so yes, if he's stoic, so be it. He's paid to win football games, and the last I checked, he does a pretty good job of doing that. So I don't think he was fake. He didn't do it for sympathy. Bill Belichick is a man that is hurt by this situation. But he addressed it, and I give him kudos. He didn't have to do that. Training camp opened, and the media is going to ask the question, but he could have just sidetracked it and said, we're here to talk about football. We're here to talk about the 2013 NFL season. So good job, Bill Belichick. I respect you for that. And you know what? I have more respect for you now. Not only as a coach, but as a man, for actually standing up there and doing what you did yesterday. So that brings me into the point of where I want to go tonight. And you cannot blame the organization for what a player does off the field. And I'm going to take a stand on that. Because even Bill Belichick said it. There's so many more good players and good people that come to work every day, do their job, and have great moral and ethical values. And it's just that group of bad people that ruin it for everyone. But you can't blame the organization. Think about it, people. Where you work, when they hire somebody, do they not do a background check? My company does. I do it. I hire people. I interview them. And I say yes or no, and then I give it to HR, and how is the background check coming? Do they pass it or do they fail it? And sometimes you get a background check with some red flags, and you address them. And that's what happened when they drafted Hernandez. Did he have red flags in his past? Yes. But it is not their responsibility to watch him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He made decisions. He needs to be accountable for his decisions. And that's what's going to happen when he has his day in court. But by no means can we blame the Patriots. So if you want to hate on the Patriots because an employee went out and did something on their own time that was despicable and horrid, you're crazy. Because think about it. If this happened in your workplace, if your coworker did the exact same thing, should everybody hate your company? Are you still going to work for your company if it happens? I'll tell you what, the answer is yes. It's the same thing, people. The NFL is a business. Do you think owners buy teams just because they have a passion for the game. They're not shelling out all the money they do just because they love the game. Because if they're losing money, do you think that's going to be good? No. They want to make money, and the coaches, the staff, and the players are all employees of that organization. And so my point, when I leave work, when I get in the car and I do the ramble, I don't think anybody at work knows I do the ramble. Nor do they need to, but I hold myself in a position outside of work that is respectful for my company. But if I went out and disrespected my company and did something horrid, I'd guarantee tomorrow I get the pink slip. And you know what? The Patriots did that. So get off of them. It is not their fault. They've done their due diligence. He did things behind their back and kept them secret, and nobody was going to find out about it. So with that said, people, just think about what I said. How can you blame an organization for a player doing something unethical or breaking the law or anything like that on their own time? Because as I see it, everything that's ever happened, and we talked about the arrests in a ramble earlier, these teams are dealing with it. But it's a small percentage of the league. People are going to be people. Bad people are bad people. Good people are good people. You cannot change somebody if they want to go out and be a bad person. They have to do it on their own. So again, think about that. Put yourself in the same type situation. If this happened at your workplace, how would you react? Would you have the same opinion that you do about the Patriots? Because you shouldn't. It's not the Patriots' fault. Because if it happened to my coworker, the person that I see every day, if he did this, I would still love where I work, and I would still go to work. And I wouldn't want to have to answer for him. He did what he did, so you know what? Let him have his day in court. I want nothing to do with him anymore, but I still love my company. So that's where I'm going with tonight's ramble, folks. Love your team. And don't blame the actions of a player off the field on the organization. With that said, I'll see you at the next red light. Enjoy the evening.